fertiliser ride. Right then, let's see if this works. Okay, so for anybody who can't read, this video is not sponsored by T-Mac Agro or Humistart or anything like that. This is a product we chose to use on the farm as not a direct replacement, but for a choice. Instead of chucking nitrogen on the ground, we're choosing this product instead to actually make better use of our own nitrogen in our organic matter in the soil. So there you are. That's why we're buying this material. Okay, so far so good. The upturned forks seem to be handling the bags without too much difficulty. I have actually got this bag right on the tip of the fork, so I'm pretty sure, in fact I already know because I've done it, that I'm going to have to move the bag because there's a dip going into the barn. It's a little like drainage dip, and yep, there's the back wheels off the floor, so we'll just go forward a bit, bring the weight back, and away we go. Okay, now we're safe. Let's get this thing stacked. Right, there's bag number 1. That's the first of 10. So yeah, stick around and you can watch the other 9 getting put in place. Dead excited. I know you can hardly contain yourself, can you? Okay, so I've picked this one up on the tip of the forks as well, with the idea being that I'm just going to drop it on the floor and then move forward, which should work, apart from the fact I've got that bit of wood on there and it's got caught up. So luckily my lorry driver is more than happy to jump down and do an adjustment. There we go. Right, so now the bag is carried further back on the machine, so the centre of gravity is nearer the back wheels. We should now be able to cross the threshold without, well, tipping. There's bag number 2. So far this seems to be going quite well, but I think I'm going to lift the next bag slightly differently. So the hawk-eyed amongst you would have noticed my bit of string's gone off, the bit of wood. There's some with pallet forks. Yeah, the first bag pulled that off. Never mind. Every trip we're learning something new, so as it says at the bottom of the screen here, you are witnessing the learning curve. The upturned pallet forks are definitely doing the job though. That extra 18 to 20 inches of height is making all the difference, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be the same when we're loading out into the spreader itself. So I reckon next time we do that, if Eddie or whoever it is chucking this on for me, I'm less likely to frighten them with bags sliding down my pallet fork shaft. Here we go again, another bag. So like I said, so you'll see now what we're doing. We're bringing it in sort of back on the near the machine, dropping down, pulling back a little bit, and then up again. This is mainly so I don't drive the pallet forks through the side of the shed. I don't really want holes in my wall, so yeah, that's why we're doing it that way, and it's working quite well. We'll just tuck you down. Yeah, there you go. And once more, just in case you blinked and missed it last time. There we go. back on my tip, chuck it at the end, no pallet forks going through the wall of the barn, load down, tuck the loop down, and that bit of wood's got to come off of there, I reckon. I didn't need you after all, so okay, get off. So a slightly different angle on the situation now from the top of the pallet fork carrier. You can see our friendly lorry driver all there ready for me, guiding me into the loop, and we'll tuck it up forward. There you go. No need to drop the bag down now and adjust it and pull it back, because I can literally pull it off the lorry and in one go just crack on with it. So like I say, learning curve. Took us 3 or 4 bags to suss it out, but this is the way. This works very nicely. Still got to take it steady over the threshold of the barn though, because that little drain gully is steep enough with that bit of weight on there that I could quite easily lift the back wheels, drag the bottom of the bag, and the last thing I want to do is burst the bag and end up with a funky farmer issue of product all over the floor. Let's not do that. I'm having to approach this stack at a bit of an angle, so not ideal, but it's a case of that's the only way I've got to do it. I can reach is just gently, will that do? Am I in the right place? No, right a bit, just 2 inches, and about there. That looks good. Yeah, that's good, right. That'll do, it's safe. I gotta say, the guys from Nichols Cow Mills who do our delivery, they always seem such cheerful, helpful chappies. So, and this fella's no exception. Thank you very, very much for your assistance, sir. It was much appreciated. So don't ask me how much each of these bags are, because I can't actually remember off the top of my head, and I don't really want to look it up and remind myself, because I know I'll be depressed. But at the end of the day, you can't take all the time. You have to put something back. So if we want to grow grass in the soil, our soil, we have to look after the soil, we have to look after our organic matter, and modern farming with sort of higher numbers of livestock, we have to do this. If you don't, you starve the ground and you end up basically sterilising yourself. So, oh, there was a mouse trap, rat bait box even. Oh, I don't need it, I'll pick it up later. So I know I'm going to get the usual comments of, oh, you should get a Manitou or a JCB or a Merlot or something like that, because you can lift 2 bags off at once. You know, you can do it in half the time. And I'll say to you, yes, that is true. I could lift 2 bags off at a time, but I wouldn't be able to stack them 2 at a time like I am in the barn right now. I'd still have to stack them singly. And at the end of the day, the skid steer's bought and paid for. Owes me nothing. In fact, it's paid for itself 5 or 6 times over. If I bought myself a Merlot or a Manitou or a JCB, as much as I would like one, to be perfectly honest, why? Why would I do that when I can do this? So far, so good. 2 more. There you go. Last 2 bags. If you've managed to stay with us this far, you haven't got much more pain to put up with. We are almost there. I don't like it when the bag makes that noise. Right, you've made it to 10 minutes, so if you stay with us this long, I suggest you just scroll your mouse down now and press the like button. So even though if you're bored, just go down and press the like button now and tell me that you stayed here for 10 minutes.
One more and we're done.
So if memory serves, this is about 4:30, 4:40 in the afternoon. I think the driver might have one more drop to do after me, which I'm assuming is that other T-Mac bag on the right hand side. This is our last bag coming off now. So yeah, he's almost finished his day as well. I've almost finished my day, so as soon as he's packed up, disappeared, I'll be back in the barn and stack the rest of the bags back. So I'll put some pallets in. I didn't record that bit, I'm afraid. I thought, well, you probably had enough of skid steers going up and down, carrying 600 kilo bags. I mean, like I said, you can only take so much excitement in one time, can't you? So yeah, this is the last bag, so your suffering is almost over and done with. Okay, that's pretty much the end of the video. There's not much more to share and show with you, but once more, thank you A. Nichols K-Mills for delivering our product, and see you next time.
That's minor details, that is. Bit of yeah, that's the downside with the skid steer. It does tend to chew it up, although if I've got a load of weight on there, if I get it right, I can just turn on 2 wheels.